Since the galvanizing of the Me Too movement in late 2017, countless once powerful men have found themselves unemployed and uncertain of their future within the industries they once dominated. So on July 25th, when news broke concurrently that James Franco was in talks to direct Focus Features ESPN Those Guys Have All the Fun, and Chris Hardwick was being reinstated as host of AMC's Talking Dead, it seemed that perhaps the wave of time and punishment was over. Or perhaps not. Franco's hire would be especially significant as it would mark the first case of a Hollywood figure accused of sexual harassment, sexual assault, or domestic violence in the post-Me Too climate to land a high-profile job. However, according to a knowledgeable source, Franco signed a development deal with Focus before the Oscar-nominated actor was accused by 5 women of sexually exploitative behavior in a January 11th Los Angeles Times story. The news of Franco's attachment to the project merely leaked months later. There is still no closed deal to direct, says the source, and Focus declined comment. According to research conducted by The Hollywood Reporter, few, if any, of the men accused of a troubling array of sexual misdeeds have been hired for new work since publicly facing their allegations. Since Harvey Weinstein was outed as an alleged sexual predator in October via twin exposés in The New Yorker and New York Times, the hammer has also fallen on famous men such as Kevin Spacey, Charlie Rose, and Louis C.K., filmmakers such as Brett Ratner and James Toback, and behind-the-scenes players like John Lasseter and Roy Price. In the best-case scenario for the accused, he gets to keep the job he already has, like Hardwick, who returned August 12th to AMC after the network investigated claims made by ex-girlfriend Chloe Dykstra of sexual assault and emotional abuse. Likewise, HBO, after an internal investigation, is standing by Franco with its series The Deuce. HBO Entertainment President Casey Bloys tells THR, "The fact of the matter is that James is in the show and we went forward with a second season." Still, when HBO on July 9th released the first promo clip for season 2 of the drama about the birth of the porn industry, it starred Maggie Gyllenhaal while Franco was relegated to the background. Early teaser art also featured Gyllenhaal alone on a dark, trash-strewn Manhattan sidewalk. The same day, teaser art that also featured Franco was released. The move is a bit of a contrast to last year's campaign. Franco, who, like Gyllenhaal, is also an executive producer on the show, received top billing when The Deuce debuted September 10, 2017, about a month before Hollywood was rocked by the Harvey Weinstein allegations. But now, less than a month until the September 9th second season premiere, Franco has yet to do any media, though Simon and Gyllenhaal have. And HBO decided to forgo the typical season premiere events in New York and Los Angeles. Nevertheless, says Bloys, it's business as usual. Meanwhile, Franco remains the target of a Care 2 petition to have him removed by HBO, the kind of call to action which is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. Care 2 recently succeeded in having director Matthew Newton removed from the upcoming Jessica Chastain film Eve. The Australian actor and director was accused of separate domestic violence incidents in 2007 and 2010. HBO isn't alone in facing the kind of backlash that comes with promoting a project featuring one of the accused. As Hollywood moves away from the most extreme reactions, like cancelling a film's release altogether, like CK's I Love You Daddy, or replacing an actor during the post-production stage, a la Kevin Spacey in All the Money in the World, strategists are looking for ways to blunt the negative PR. Ahead of his upcoming film, The Old Man and the Gun, Casey Affleck gave an in-depth August 9th interview with the Associated Press in which he broke his silence about the I'm Still Here set that resulted in 2 below-the-line women suing him for sexual harassment. The women later settled. Coming off Manchester by the Sea, Oscar winner Affleck was an in-demand actor. But in the new climate, studios appear to be in wait-and-see mode. Amazon quietly dropped the Joe Wright-directed Stoner, which was to have starred Affleck, and producer Jason Blum is now trying to put the film back together without Affleck and Wright. A Project Insider says the move wasn't entirely attributable to Affleck's Me Too status, but that didn't help. Affleck and Franco won't be the only ones likely dodging the red carpet this fall. Morgan Freeman, accused of sexual harassment by multiple women, was poised to promote Disney's The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, which opens November 2nd. His predicament is particularly awkward given that some of his alleged misdeeds took place during film junkets. As a result, Freeman is not expected to do any junkets for the movie, according to a source, but Disney says no decisions have been made. Meanwhile, the question of what will happen to Season 5 of ABC's Blackish looms large as star and executive producer Anthony Anderson deals with his current legal predicament. The LA County District Attorney's Office is reviewing a sexual assault allegation made against the actor, who was charged in 2004 with an alleged rape on the set of Hustle and Flow. It remains to be seen if the Emmy nominee will show up to the September 17th ceremony or promote the return of his show. To read more on this story, head to THR.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.